Yes, it's Bill Jones with recapturefederalism.com. Talking to you today from Freedom's Nest. Back on the air again. I've been away for a while. Yesterday, I made history, I think. I don't know if anybody else has done what I done yesterday. Been working on it the last week or so. Put together 91 pages. 91 pages. Notice of treason against the United States and all 50 states. 18 U.S.C. Chapter 115, Section 2382, which is the misprision of treason. And that's giving you notice of treason. And as I say, I don't think there's anybody in the history of the United States that's done this. Nobody talks about treason. Why? It's in the Federal Constitution, Article 3, Section 3. It's in the state constitutions. Be talking to you guys, and the title, we're going to be doing small broadcast, daily, every other day, whenever I get around to it. Recapture federalism is me, just me. So bear with me. You get comments and stuff, and I'll get back with you. It's just me. Not a money-making organization yet. Okay. Now, the title is Notice of Treason, Episode 1. And every day we're going to come, 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever. And as I say, this is the first broadcast. I sent out, 8 of these packets. Notice the treason on it. 7 of the package. And they were sent to John Roberts, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States, Paul Ryan, Speaker of the United States House of Representatives, Mitch McConnell, Majority Leader of the United States Senate, James Comey, Director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Bruce Rauner, Governor of the State of Illinois, Rita B. Garman, Chief Justice of the Illinois Supreme Court, and Leo Smits, Director of the Illinois State Police. Now, I sent it registered with receipt return requested, of course, and it should take, it went online and see how long it takes, about 12 days, up to 12 days for them to get it. But what I've done is I put it on a page of my site, Notice of Treason page, and that's right behind American Communist Theocracy, the Great Tribulation, and confidence game. That's what it is a confidence game. Treason, that's what it is. Enslavement of the American people. And so I'm going to be broadcasting this because I need help of we the people, because we get shafted, okay? We have been getting shafted going back to Marbury and Madison, 1801, I guess it was. Yeah. John Adams. He's the great President John Adams. He was a centralist. And he put in John Marshall, Chief Justice, who had the opinion of Marbury versus Madison. That was a treasonable decision. Say so in my Notice of Treason, 91 pages. I'm not going to read it. Be going through it every day, a little bit here, a little bit there. What I want to talk today about is the heroes out there in Bend, Oregon with you guys. I wouldn't have done what you did, but at this time. But I appreciate what you've done, and I'm going to give you some suggestions. What I did yesterday can help you, can help all we the people, because we're taking our country back. We're taking it back from the press, and I got Guidelines of the Communist Party 1921 right up here. Okay? Party press, Communist press, all the presses, Yahoo News, ABC, NBC, them, the regular broadcast people, and Fox, even trying to get Glenn Beck to move over, and he's one step away. And the National Republic, or whatever it is, they just come out with that against Trump thing. We've been talking about Trump too. What enemy of the Constitution. That's why. First paragraph on the notice. I, William R. Jones, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, so help me God. God, so help me God. Then I put in bold. There are so many domestic enemies of the Confederacy of the compound republics enslaving we the people. Quote, we the people. Yep. Yep. The guys out in Bend, Oregon, they're out there. And the Bundys from Nevada. And Finicum, I think is the man's name, down in Arizona. Saw his piece on Oath Keepers. I guess he's up there, Bend, Oregon also. Heroes standing up to the government. And I'm going to tell you what you guys probably don't realize, the kind of heroes you are and the kind of danger you put yourself into. But this is where I'm going to help you. There's communism, and I'm gonna tell you about it. I'm a Vietnam veteran, Cold War warrior. You see that? Nothing for valor, all service, 5 medals and one citation from South Vietnam. They're all against communism, foreign enemies of the Constitution. Yeah. Oh, but we have here in the United States, we got Communist Democratic Party. Yeah. Now, we'll get into that later some other time, another show. Get back to the Bend, Oregon people. In the notice, I also have the principles of communism. Principles of communism. Yeah, principles of communism. Item 14, or question 14, which is what will this new social order have to be like? Well, it turns out it's communism. What the new social order is going to be like. It will, in other words, abolish competition, replace it with association. And interesting here is how it relates to the BLM and the federal government, democratic centralism. Democratic centralism right here. Yeah, but that's in here too. That's in I gave a copy of them. The last paragraph of question 14 In fact, the abolition of private property is doubtless the shortest and most significant way to characterize the revolution in the whole social order, which has been made necessary by the development of industry, and for this reason it is rightly advanced by the communists as their main demand. Abolition of private property. Yeah, they're taking it all. And the proletarians, they're going to get it. The middle class, no, they don't get it. It's going to be controlled and owned by the upper class, the power people, the communist parties. They're going to control it all. And that's what you have with the BLM. Here I found it. I got Oregon, the guys out in Bend, Oregon. Got the Oregon Constitution, got the state constitutions. Federalist Paper 51, Compound Republic. So you have the federal constitution and you got the individual state constitutions of the 50 states. They're all republics, part of a confederacy. Oregon, and they all have treason. Nobody talks about treason. Why don't anybody talk about treason? And we get into that. Oregon, went out there with the, I forget their name now. They're back in jail, okay? Oregon Constitution, the rights, Bill of Rights, which is essentially the Bill of Rights for all the states and all the federal government. Some are delineated, some aren't. Rights, basic human rights in America by authority of God. We'll get into that another time. Section 14 of the Constitution, Section 12 of the Constitution of Oregon. Double jeopardy, compulsory self-incrimination. No person shall be put in jeopardy twice for the same offense, nor be compelled in any criminal prosecution to testify against himself. They went to jail, the father and the son, served their time, was out, and then put back in. That's double jeopardy. Violation of state law, state constitution, the rights of people throughout this country. And who's doing that? The Communist Party, the Democratic Communist Party, and the Republican Party establishment. And, here you go. State of Oregon, treason. Treason against the state shall consist only in levying war against it, or adhering to its enemies, giving aid and comfort, or giving aid and adhering to its enemies. Or, I say we've been having an insurrection since 1886. That's in the notice too. Haymarket Square in Chicago. Reactivated big time in 1965. Yeah. Treason against state should consist only in levying a war against it. Okay. Or adhering to its enemies, giving aid and comfort. No person shall be convicted of treason unless on the testimony of two witnesses of the same overt act or confession in open court. Treason, you have double jeopardy is one of it. Taking a property, that's also in here. I saw it here somewhere. Taking a state property. Feds come in. BLM. It's communism. It's treason. Adhering to the enemies. They're domestic enemies. Now, this is what I would suggest to you. declare victory, and as you're leaving town, wherever you're going, if you got to go to sanctuary, go to sanctuary, but whenever you're leaving town, file, petition, your right to petition, assemble, peacefully assemble what you're doing, and petition the government, public officials, the state of Oregon, filing a criminal complaint against the state, the political parties, for treason. Also, stop by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. As I said, they're going to be getting notice of treason. Go ahead and you file for treason. Also, everybody should be filing. Everybody should be going to the police, state police, or the sheriff's, county, filing treason. Notice of treason. And the police will be happy that you're doing that because they are marked people. They are marked people. Also in the notice, Guidelines of the Communist Party, 1921, Section 8. This is Section 8. I got 120 videos. I have one about the American communist soldiers in this country. Combination of legal and illegal work, and they admit they're crooks, corrupt. They have clandestine operations. The last paragraph, 59, Section 59, which is in Section 8, the communist organizer regards every single party member and every revolutionary worker from the onset that he will be in his future historic role as soldier in our combat organization at the time of the revolution. Accordingly, he guides him in advance into that nucleus and that work which in itself necessary for today's struggle, not merely a drill which his practical worker today does not understand. The same work, however, is also put into training for the important demands of tomorrow's final struggle. By the way, Jade Helms, that's part of the training for the final struggle. So we all need to stand up. We all need to go. We all need to go. Every gun owner in this country, every Christian, every Jew needs to go. File a criminal complaint. And that's all I'm going to have for today, because I'm probably about 15 minutes or so. And I'll be back tomorrow or the next day, one or the other. Be putting this on Twitter, YouTube, my site. recapturefederalism.com. You gentlemen out there and women and children too, out there in Bend, Oregon, go to my site. You can get the information, read it. You got time on your hands out there. Read it. Utilize it. Make reference to it. I've given notice to them, and it's on the public airways, and they haven't gotten it as yet, but you give it to them.